Hey YouTubers, just got back from the hospital. My work day today was interrupted when I was blasted in the face with a giant fireball. Basically I was using some solvent and then like the fumes clear away really quick generally with that stuff, and then I used a torch to heat up a speedy sleeve to remove it from a crankshaft, as I do all the time. But the fumes must have collected in the crankcase, and suddenly, with no warning at all, boom! Flames were freaking everywhere, and it was like being in a fire hurricane. I dove out of the way, and I think I prevented further injury. But man, my whole face feels like it's got like the worst sunburn ever. And there are little balls on the end of my mustache. About half of it is gone now. I was wearing safety glasses, as I always do, but my eyebrows have little balls on the end. and my hair, obviously, as you can see, has been blasted with flames. That's the risk you take being a mechanic. If you're there long enough, you're gonna get hurt. And just hope it isn't really bad. Man, this is gonna be weird looking. So they gave me a couple days off work. I'm supposed to just hang out here, and I got a prescription and all that, and I'm not supposed to drive with. But anyway, this just sort of drives home to me how quick you can get injured or just put out of commission in a situation, any situation, even normal everyday life. You don't need the shit to hit the fan to really run into problems. Well, anyway, the thing is, it also drives home how much better off I would be than a normal person, because I'm into preparedness. I'm a survivalist. The fact that I've got probably a year of food, and I've got like many thousands in savings, and I have access to precious metals, and I have almost no debt except for my condo, which is like $18,900 on it now. But I'm in a situation where if I got hurt, I would be okay. Even if I lost my job for a time, I would be okay. Whereas a normal person burdened with debt and one paycheck away from oblivion would be hurting in this situation. Well, in a situation's worse than this. But basically, you don't have to have a shit hit the fan scenario to benefit from your preps. So I'm just going to shower and try to get this ash off. And then I'll go pick up my prescription later on today and just sort of lay around. But every time I move my head, the skin on my neck is, complaining. So I've been watching a podcast called the Survival Podcast. Ow, I can't rub my chin. But his big thing is to live a better life, whether there's a disaster or not, or something like that. But and he also says that basically disasters can happen to you without your neighbor even knowing about it. You don't need a Katrina flood to benefit from preparedness. And most disasters are personal, and the bigger the area of effect, the less likely the disaster is to occur. For example, something like a whole Katrina event or a big earthquake that takes out a wide area is unlikely. Meteor hitting the earth is very unlikely, but you losing your job or getting hurt on the job is going to happen someday. It's just almost certain. So you will benefit from your preps whether or not the whole civilization melts down or not. So I think I'll go lay down. That's all.